There we go. What up, y'all? Nobody beats the Knicks. Here we go. Here we go. What's good? Yeah, let's go Knicks. Nobody beats the Knicks. Nobody beats the Knicks. Nobody beats the Knicks. Nobody beats the Knicks. Blanco, what's going on? We did it, Blanco. Let's talk. Man, if you're not from New York, you really not gonna understand this. You can be a New York fan, New York Knicks fan. You can live in it's a New York Knicks fan in damn near every state, right? But you're not gonna fully understand this moment unless you are born and raised New Yorker and you gotta be here. I wish they would have won it here, but you gotta be a true New Yorker to understand this. Me, I'll be 47 on Thursday the 18th. As long as I've been living, I've never seen New York Knicks win a championship. So this is history. I got to see a black president. I got to see the New York Knicks win a championship. This is dope. This is dope. This is dope. Shout out to Bronson, OG, Hart, oh everybody, the whole squad. The whole squad. I ain't gonna start just picking name. The whole squad. You know, Mike Brown, the coach, everybody. Y'all had a phenomenal year. We got bragging rights for the next year. That ticket tape parade gonna be on my birthday. It's gonna be wild in the city. Um, Shout out to everybody that's a New York Knicks fan. You was 6 or 7 years late, Casa. What you talking about? Yeah, YouTube was bugging. They don't like to send out my notifications, y'all. It's all good. I'm not tripping. I'm from CT. I grew up watching the Celtics, Nets, and Knicks. I saw y'all lose for years. Congratulations. That's a fact. Did you have to burn the bus? Yeah, they was bugging out. Those ain't even true New York fans. They was just a reason. They just used the leverage to do dumb shit. Oh yeah, yeah. I came like I came like 79. I came years after. You right. You totally right about that, bro. Salute the logo, bro. Definitely. But this was a blessing. This was a sad and bittersweet year for me. A lot of I've been to a lot of funerals. Rest in peace, Milky, aka Baby Robot. She was a get light. She was part of the Light Feet community. She was a dancer. You can check her out on YouTube, Baby Robot. What we know as Milky. She passed away last week. Her funeral was yesterday. They the young guys and girls in my hood, they had a beautiful repast for a cookout. It was beautiful. Everybody was wearing. Yo, that was the first time in years I seen all my young guys out there in bright colors, yellows, pinks, you know, pastel colors. They wasn't in no shiesties. They wasn't in no black. They was looking real vibrant. And I just want to send a salute to my young boys. They was looking good yesterday. Everybody had on their linen shorts and stuff like that. And they, they had a good time, do a nice little cookout in the hood. in memory of they fallen soldier, a homegirl, Milky, and shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? And it was a beautiful day, but that was good to see. I pulled everybody to the side. It's like, yo, look at the young boys. They ain't got on no plaque. They ain't like they look good. They got some good energy going on. So that was the plus. So shout out to the hood with that. Rest in peace, Milky. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, life is crazy, but shout out to the New York Knicks. Congratulations. This is well deserved and long awaited. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, the Michael Brunson joint is fire. And that cranberry and vodka word. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm dropping heat. So let me CT Packy I'm gonna show y'all what he talking about. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? I drop merch like every week. I call this the Michael Brunson short set. And you be like, who the fuck is Michael Brunson? Well, you know what I'm saying? That's the back of the tee. Y'all can see that. Y'all can see. The mic can pick me up. Y'all can see that. That's the front of the tee, cream tee. Saying on the backside, I'm never pleased with anything. I'm a perfectionist. It's part of who I am. Michael Jackson with the Brunson, Michael Jackson glove up. Mike throwing up the Brunson. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, so yeah. Y'all want this? Hit me on Instagram. I'll fold that up later. And they come with the mesh shorts. The mesh shorts with the NBA finals and the cranberry and vodka Knicks inspired logo. And these mesh shorts you gonna love. Why? They come with zippers. Mesh shorts with zippers is nothing better than that. Having mesh shorts and you got zippers. I took that out of Don C's book. You know what I'm saying? The mesh basketball shorts with the zipper pocket. No money ain't falling out, no keys, no nothing. But yeah, this is the Michael Brunson tee. Michael Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Mike Jock throwing up that Brunson. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you still have a land phone? No, that's my that's the doorman calling to let people up. New York flame is lifted. Yep. But if y'all want them tees, them short sets, hit me up on Instagram or hit me at Cranberry and Vodka with a K on Instagram. I'll give them to you. Website coming soon. But until then, I work through my Cash App and my Apple Pay, and I I got a good track record of mailing stuff out without a website. And there's people in here right now that have bought stuff from me, and they'll tell you I'll get it right to you. Any joint. Those is drop. That's a drop shoulder, oversized fit. To go with the new wave of how clothes is being wore and structured now. But that's the heavyweight cream Michael Bronson tee right there. But not a Knicks fan. It's all good. Then the mesh shorts. That freestyle was fire. Yeah, Fab joint was crazy. I like Fab Knicks freestyle. But yeah, this that cranberry and vodka. Trucker. Going to get my hair done. All that new growth. All that new growth. Going to get my hair done for my birthday. Having fun. You know I love to stream with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Is the fan too loud? Yo, let me know if y'all hear the fan. The lavender Lamborghini. Oh, I appreciate that. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, just vibing. Let me see something real quick. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. Cause my God, shout out to the Kings. Oh yeah. The Knicks. Y'all want to see the T again? I'll show y'all the T. Might be some potential buyers. That Michael Bronson T. Oversized drop shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, got the mesh shorts, the cranberry and vodka logo on there. Finals joint. We the champs, ain't no more finals. Cam said you got Albany swag. I don't know what niggas talking about. Niggas just coming. Yeah, get them out of here. I'm glad. I forgot I got my moderators in here. Yeah, get them out of here, Lord, with all this corny bullshit niggas is doing. Shout out to Cam. He shouted me out on Talk with Flea the other day. We're gonna get into that too. I know y'all probably seen that. He told me what's going on. But yeah, shout out to the Knicks, man. Y'all did a hell of a job, phenomenal job. Well, the other day, shout out to Sin City, shout out to Larry, shout out to Cam, shout out to PT. Everybody over at Talk with Flea. Say, come get your t-shirt before I sell it. I've been holding this Harlem Clear joint for 2 weeks. And niggas been acting for like, yo, I need a medium, man. I got to come get your shit. Yeah, Cam shouted me out on Talk with Flea. So Cam was responding to the offer that Capo made to him about the verses. And you know, Cam was explaining why he wouldn't do the verses and why if he would do the verses, why would he go, straight to Swiss, shout to Swiss, when he can negotiate a big bag, a couple of million. You know what I'm saying? And he broke down the business sense of the, how they would do things, and it pretty made a lot of sense, right? But then it was a part where they was talking about the um Cam making them lose the verses due to the fact that he messed up his freestyle. And Cam was like, you know what, due to the fact that we was already doomed before my freestyle, like the momentum was gone already. Like the crowd wasn't, I got booed and all that. Like the crowd wasn't even enthused by what we was doing. and he was talking about the lineup of the song, like the songs they picked, and he was absolutely right. Like if 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 I was the DJ and I was the one that was making a playlist, I wouldn't have used none of those songs, not even the Purple City Bird Gang record. And Cam brung up the Purple City Bird Gang record. Um, good looking. Cam brung up the Purple City Bird Gang record, and he was basically saying that Jim wanted to play that record about when they did play the record Kiss, and Styles and them was like, yo, what the fuck is that? If you not a real Purple City or a real Dipset fan, you might not know the Purple City Bird Gang record. You might not know. But if you're a true Smack DVD, early DVD, early Dipset, Senate, Purple City mixtapes, you will um you would know the record. It was a lot of people in there that actually knew the Purple City Bird Gang record, but the momentum was already gone by then. The momentum was gone by then. By the time they put that record on, and that wasn't a Dipset record. Why would you perform a record that's not even yours? Jim was featured on that record. That wasn't a Dipset record or a Bird Gang record. That was a Purple City record, and it wasn't feasible to even do the record if you didn't have a Purple City member there. We never performed that record. As long as that record been in existence, we have never performed Purple City Bird Gang. Not even once. Not that. Not to my knowledge. Not even one time. I've never stood on a stage with Jim and Shice and we performed that record. Not even was lit. When the record got lit and was hot, niggas got they nobody pushed the record, so the record was a hood classic. It didn't break through no Billboard charts or none of that type of stuff. But yeah, that was definitely not the right time to play that record because niggas was already in the dumpster by the time Purple City Bird Gang record came up. That was one of the biggest tracks. Yeah, it was one of the biggest tracks, but just due to the fact that it's not their record in the timing and they was already losing rounds by that time, it wasn't a good record to play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe early off, like they would have for them to accept the Purple City Bird Gang record, they would have had to do a collective of other records that would have added up to that. They it was supposed to be a nostalgic moment. It was supposed to be counter if you would say counter punches. They ain't have no counter punches. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no direction on where they want to go. It was basically a spot date playlist, something that you get paid a few $1,000s for. You go do a concert and you just do your playlist that's in your playback. They didn't go up there prepared in a battle with the Locks because if they did, it would have been a different outcome. It would have been different records. It would have been a whole different momentum on what was going on. A thug changes and best moms become strangers. hmm But yeah, y'all. But Cam shot up me and Shice out. Appreciate you, killer. Keep my name in the algorithm. But yeah, that wasn't as long as that record been existing, we never performed that record once. You know what I'm saying? Purple City run was shorter than the Dipset run. The Purple City run was 2, 3 years. Like like yeah, 2, 3 years. We put out um like 9 mixtapes, 9 to 11 mixtapes, and then Purple City, the Road to the Riches Purple City album, the Purple album, and we did an album with these artists from Paris called Paris to Purple City. So we did 3 albums, and I missed 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Really, yeah, 9 mixtapes and 3 albums, something like that. The run was real short, so we didn't have it. Purple City wasn't a successful run. We got more buzz and fame off the Purple City run than actual fortune. We caught fame from it, but Purple City wasn't really, it wasn't really feasible to nobody's career. It was a moment, it was a spark. I was appreciative to be there for the moment, but it wasn't really feasible. You know, everybody went their own way. People, niggas wasn't getting along from the get go. So, you know how that be. You know how rap groups. You know, like I say, shout out to the Locks. They the strongest in this shit for us staying together. Nah, I never had a debut album. Nope. Was the Upstage album an indirect diss to the Dipset? You would have to ask JR and Hell Rell that. I wouldn't know. From my perspective, no. I just think they was in a different space at that time. I was off it to be on that album, and I had choose to get on the Diplomatic Ties album, which was the last Dipset album entirely. So I did the outro to that album. So um, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. But that's definitely something you have to ask Jr. 40 Cal or RL. Nah, Dipset didn't have no artist development. Dipset was a collective of a bunch of artists from New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like Dipset was like Diplomats is Cam, Jim, Jewels, Freaky. It was like three. It's like three different generations of Dipset. First, you got like Six Figure Digger, Cam, you know, slash Children of Cold Bloodshed. You know, that was before the Dipset. Then you got Fat Sean, God bless you. Got that era with Tito and the twins from the East Side, and you know, smashing them. You got like mad different regimes of Dipset that you know that to where y'all got to see it now. Like Dipset went through mad transitions before it got to where people know it today. Like it's mad people behind the scenes that helped Dipset get to where it was before y'all got to receive it as the Dipset. You know what I'm saying? So Dipset went through mad changes. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as people being around, who was the crew, this, that, and the third. It's mad niggas with diplomat tattoos. I ain't gonna lie. Candyland mixtape. How about them Knicks? How about them? We the champs. The, the Dips put a lot of money on the table for everybody that was around them. Far as if you was nice and you knew how to take your little exposure that people gave you and run with it, you won with it because there was a lot of like offsprings of the Dipset that got burned, and if they would have just stayed consistent they would have been, you know, the in the long haul of it. But it was a lot of people that came around Dipset that actually got opportunity. And Jim also said that on the Danza project. Like, yo, you might have not got the opportunity that you wanted, but you got an opportunity. And you know what I'm saying? That's as fair as truthful I can be with you. Yeah, everybody got an opportunity. Did everybody get a fair opportunity? Did everybody get an opportunity to actually win and make something feasible? No, not everybody got that chance, but everybody did get an opportunity to display whatever talents they had. Everybody ain't get to go to the mountaintop. Everybody ain't get burned on the court. It was a lot of bench players, but you got an opportunity. But the opportunity was very short because the run of the Dipset was short. So a lot of niggas that was sitting on the bench waiting for their turn to to get in the game didn't get to get in the game, and it fucked a lot of shit up. So you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of artists wasn't accepted without the Dipset. That's the thing that's crazy about being being in a crew. And this is one thing that Wu Tang mastered. I studied them in the Locks mastered. They mastered how to can be a contained unit and also have the same amount or even more success as a solo artist. Like and everybody's not able to use that bird neither. Like everybody was able to use the Wu Tang flag. You know what I'm saying? Like Meth might have did a solo album, but that Wu Tang logo was somewhere. RZA, everybody, even in their names, Meth turned the Wu Tang W into an M. Jizza turned the Wu Tang W into a G. Like niggas was like made sure no matter what, we as one as Wu Tang, like y'all gonna know where this is coming from. And about time, it was time for people to display their talents at Dipset. The run was over. Just like with Rockefeller. And everybody ain't really get like PD Crackers. A lot of niggas that didn't get, that was real good fucking players, but just didn't get the floor time. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't really get the floor time to really get their feet wet. And that's what the crazy thing and be stuck in these record labels or these crews that have turmoil because once the top dogs of the crew stop fucking with each other and it breaks up, where does that leave the artist? In limbo. And it puts you in a situation where you gotta pick and choose who you gonna go with. And that's what happened with with Rockefeller. Who gonna go with Dame, who gonna go with Jay, this, that, and the third. And it puts you in a fucked up situation as an artist, man. Dipset will watch, they probably bugging. But y'all got a debate. I wasn't even reading. Y'all got a debate in the chat. Opportunities are still relevant today. Yeah, they are because we in a stage where you can be in a if long as you got your shit together, everybody can do it. Everybody don't have to look for it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas that's in their 40s and they look 50 or even 60. It's a lot of niggas that just don't look the part to rap. Like, see, being a rapper, you gotta have like a certain aesthetic with yourself to look the part to rap. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas that don't look the part to rap. You know what I'm saying? Freaky wrote the hook for Hey Mom. Everybody knew how to play everybody knew how to play their role to a certain extent. Some niggas didn't know how to sit out. Like you can't dance at every party. Like I was telling my mans, right? Because in my hood, yo, like this where I'm from, period. Like the group of niggas, like niggas that I be acquainted with, they'll watch how many blunts you smoke before you roll up this type, all that type of petty shit, right? So it'd be to a point where sometimes when a nigga might try to pass me they split for something, and I'll be like, nah, I'm good. It's because yo, you can't smoke every blunt. And that just goes with life. You can't dance at every party. Sometimes you gotta know when to tap out. Sometimes you gotta know when to chill. You know what I'm saying? People watch those type of qualities in people. You gotta know when to actually sit things out. And sometimes I sit a lot of things out that I should be a part of. I sit things out because sometimes You can't be in everybody mix. Some it might, to the outsiders, the mix might look fun, but the mix be really a mess. It be really messy because it be these how can I say, these little allegiance that niggas be having with each other. It'd be like I said in previous episodes, like I said, it's like the lunchroom table. It's the niggas that's not so cool, and it's the niggas that seems like they the super coolers, but the niggas that don't seem cool, those really the cool kids, because those the niggas that don't ain't got trying to oppress you. These niggas, everybody trying to oppress, trying to upstage each other, this, that, and the third. That's why they get along, because you need a person like that. If you're a person that's always trying to upstage a person, you need those type of counterparts to to um to 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 intertwine with. You gotta intertwine with those type of people. So it get messy. You know what I'm saying? Girls walk in the club, they watching what type of bag, what type of shoes, how you got your nails done, what type of watch you wear, this, that, and the third. Oh, she wearing a Michael Kors. Oh, she ain't with us. We got on Richies and APs, this, that, and the third. And the chick that got on the Michael Kors might have more money and more education and more going on for herself than the bitch that got all the Chanel and the Rollies and all that. Everything be a facade. You know what I'm saying? You ever met a person that got everything and they be lame as fuck? They talk out of turn. They just be lame as fuck, and they feel like they somebody just because they got money. And then you'll meet a person that got everything, and you won't even fucking know because that's not even a forte to brag. They just trying to do them. Brown brothers don't have the image for the game. Yeah. Like State Prop versus Dipset, that would be a good one. It would be a good one. You know what I'm saying? But due to the fact that niggas lost to the locks, nobody even want to see Dipset in a versus no more. It wasn't even close. It was embarrassing. It wasn't close. It wasn't together. So it's just like when you even say Dipset in verses, nigga, it put a bad taste in a lot of fans' mouth. They don't even want to see that. I know I don't want to see another verses because it's just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, I would love to see, like, try to redeem yourself, but what can you pull out the hat to make people be like, oh yeah, they had a bad night, or if they was more collectively together, they would have had a more substantial night when it came to, the lineup. You're a Knicks fan. I've been a New York Knicks fan forever. All I played I play NBA Jam on my phone every day. I wish I could open my screen and show you. I love the Knicks. I'm not even a sports fan, but I always just love home teams. I don't watch baseball like the Yankees. I don't watch football. I love the Giants. I don't really watch basketball, but I like the Knicks. I'm just a fan for New York shit. The Giants, the Jets, the Mets, the Yankees. As long as it's an NY on it, I'm rocking with it. Don't matter what it is. The Rangers, everything. They got dope apparel. I just like New York shit. And I always wondered why New York colors was, either red, white, or blue, or or blue, white, and orange. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do the math and figure out why is that the New York State colors. What about the Jets? What about them? I don't think at that point. I don't think at that point. See, Let me tell you about Killer. Killer is an official old school Harlem nigga. He a jokester. He's sarcastic. He's smart. He's witty. He wasn't prepared for the counter punches that Kiss had, because niggas be forgetting due to the fact that niggas don't really have a camaraderie besides saying what's up. When they seeing niggas like that, you forget these niggas is the same type of niggas like you, right? So if you used to if you used to handling niggas a certain way and you can't manhandle niggas, it's gonna be you're not gonna have the control of the situation. And the locks is not those type of niggas till you can control no situation with them. You know what I'm saying? It showed. This is where I seen it at. Kim was showing aggression when he was like, "Yo, y'all can go first, right?" But once it's just like I knew they was coming to battle. Jada Kiss did some battle rap shit. Like, yo, we hometown, y'all from Yonkers, y'all go first. And then Kiss counterpunch with, nigga, you don't even live in New York. You live in Miami. When a nigga be knowing, like, you can't, it's just like, oh, and it's like, oh, yeah, that is true. You know what I'm saying? At the time. But, that they didn't come into the set didn't come into the mentality of battle. They came there, you know, you know, maybe it was money driven, you never know. But it wasn't a good night. And a lot went light too. All of them needed to do Dipset joints. I totally agree. Everybody needed to do mixtape joints. Cause this is what niggas don't understand. The mixtape joints is the joints that make niggas fall in love with you. That's what made niggas fuck with me. So when the joints I was doing on the mixtapes, like I said, I never got a chance to do a debut album. You know what I'm saying? I got the chance to do albums, but I never got to do a solo project. So Jewels, Cam, Jim, we all come from the Dipset mixtape era, right? So those is the songs that niggas fell in love with and resonated and was on the train. You gotta understand, a lot of niggas that listen to our music was kids then, and they was going to school on the trains with their Discman or the iPod, you know what I'm saying? Because the iPod just came on, or MP3 player, and they had shit called LimeWire and Napster and stuff like that, where you can just upload music, and that's where niggas got familiar with the Dipset is the mixtapes. If it wasn't for the mixtapes, that's a big part of everybody's catalog. And if Jewels would have been doing the Back Like Cook Cracks, and Jim would have been doing the Ghost of Rich Porters, and Cam would have been doing some of the Guns and Butter with Votto and this, that, and the third, it would have been a different night. Not saying they would have won, it just would have been a different night. No synergy, exactly. Yep, CD players, no synergy. So let me just say y'all something, right? Y'all know a few months ago I was going back and forth with Goofy TV. I'm not gonna say his name because niggas get my channel flag and all that. But y'all know this nigga be on my balls heavy. This nigga's a habitual ball sucker. For real. This nigga is a habitual ball sucker. I'll be minding my business, right? So some guys shout out from the gutter. I think they from the gutter. They like a media outlet, right? And they posted one of my stories that I did on Buffalo Rochester. This is like when I was doing unconstituted true hip hop stories, and everybody know that unconstituted true hip hop stories. I haven't been doing those in at least 2-3 years, right? Now, somebody must have been watching it and posted it because I was talking about Rochester, right? And this guy hops in the comment section to disrespect and try to shade me and talk about I'm riding, how he said it, I'm riding his live stream talking about this. First off, I did a live stream about Buffalo, Rochester, and upstate New York years ago. Why? Because I was a part of that. You was not. You was never you was a spectator. You a fan. Remember that. You are a fan. You are a spectator. You never fucking played in this game called hip hop a day in your life. You know nothing about upstate hip hop internally. You know what niggas tell you and what the fuck you see. You don't know what goes on internally. You don't know what goes on in the towns. Just like you said, when you got around Benny and them, then you tuck in your jury. Ask Benny, did I ever tuck in my jury when I went to Buffalo? Ask Bandana Black, did I ever tuck in my jury when I went to Buffalo? And I was really in them streets in Buffalo. That's why these niggas know me, right? Anyway, let's go to the proof right here, right? We're gonna go to the proof, right? Some live stream. This is his comments that he put, right? He just put these comments and shit, right? So I'll be like, why every time, like, yo, bro, I ain't gotta watch your live streams to make no stories. Like, see, this is the thing with habitual ball suckers. Like, yo, bro, move on with your life. You can't not stay off my balls, bro. I already threw the Frank stand up and told you what you can eat, bro. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I be doing my live streams, don't got nothing to do with your fucking live streams talking about nigga piggybacking off your live streams. What the fuck are you talking about? What, cause like seriously, like, are you delusional, bro? What time did you put? You're not even from New York. You are a Erie, Pennsylvania dude. You're not even from New York, dogs. What are you talking about? You don't know nothing about Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Niagara Falls, Ithaca, Binghamton, none of that shit. Why? Elmira, why? Because you wasn't there, bro. You wasn't a state to state, nigga. You wasn't a town to town, nigga. I done hustled in over 30 states, nigga. Been to every state except for like six. And not for music. So when I be trying to figure out, like, it's because of people like me, because of people like Great God, is the reason that people even knew what upstate hip hop was. Why? Because we were putting those artists that y'all know to love today on our songs, on our mixtapes, because niggas ain't have an outlet to the mixtape circuit on a high level to where we was doing it. Go back and listen to them Purple City mixtapes, Dipset Senate mixtapes. You'll hear Benny the Butcher. You'll hear 38 Special. Why? It's because we was putting them on the mixtapes. Y'all niggas is like this guy right here have some audacity to tell me about uh um is it's cool to big up upstate hip hop. I'm a part of upstate hip hop. Niggas ain't know what Syracuse, Buffalo, or Rochester music knew before before 2000 and what 12 and all that. We going back to 03, 04, 05. That's how long I've been fucking with Benny and 38 Special. Before niggas, before y'all knew who they was, I knew who they was, and they was on. We was doing songs with these niggas. First song I ever did with 38 Special, we recorded in a trap studio. A studio niggas was trapping out of. God is my witness. Right now, how could you even fix your mouth to talk about something that you know I helped pioneer and help spearhead it and help counter counterpult artists from upstate, from the Innocents to the Unstoppables to the Dutch Beats to the G off duties. These is producers and artists from upstate New York to the C. Ellises, to the Thump Mendozas, to the Sammy G's, to the Just Ones. Y'all niggas ain't know about these niggas before we put them in the forefront. Y'all didn't know them. Y'all got on and got caught on when them niggas was getting a buzz and getting hot. We was putting these niggas on before they had a buzz and before they had a name. Benny wasn't always Benny the Butcher. He was 2 Chain Benny, man. Conway wasn't always Conway. He was Cannon. Y'all don't even know that. Y'all don't even know the history. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know the history. Like I told y'all, I was pulling up the Doris record. I just got, matter of fact, Young Mike just called me like 4 days ago. He in North Carolina now. We just chopped it up, talking about the old days and going to Buffalo and being on Barely and being on Montana. Y'all ain't never stood on Barely. Y'all ain't never been on Montana in y'all life. And this is like, this dude has the gall. He never been on them blocks in his life. These is the blocks I done went to, stood on, chilled on, hot summer days, breaking day on these blocks out in Buffalo with real street niggas sleeping in traps. The only heaters, kerosene heaters. Leave the crib on your whole wardrobe smelling like uh kerosene and gasoline, smelling like one big fucking forest fire. Yeah, Benny was always doing trap rap. Yeah, I've been to Kansas City. Come on, you bugging. Lord, hell yeah, I've been to Kansas City. I love it out there. I love that good. Yo, Kansas City is another wild place. My niggas, they did a movie out there in Kansas City called, what's that? What's my nigga's name? I did features with these niggas. It was an underground movie. They had the fake shooting and all that. I know you know it's about Kansas City. What was these niggas' name? The DVD days, they had a movie out. I forgot the name of that shit. It was on the internet and all that. You had to pay for it. Then a Far Rock, yeah. Damn, I've been everywhere. Yo, I've been outside forever, right? And doing music, have had my travels go to every state. It was just like, yo, bro, I done lived in North Carolina. I done lived in Florida. I done lived in Los Angeles. I done lived in Atlanta. I done lived in Jersey. I done lived in so many different states. You know what I'm saying? And been to and met so many different people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got a clothing line. I just showed y'all the pieces I got called Cranberry and Vodka. That's my clothing line. It started in 2014 with 3 sweatsuits. And I done sold over thousands of pieces of merch, custom merch. I do, I even do. I think I'm on the third annual Curls. Shout out to Curls, rest in peace to Curls. I do the tournament shirts every month. I do monument like rest in peace shirts on a different type of level. Like I can show you a rest in peace shirt that I did for a kid that passed away. Like I do art, wearable art. Like I'm on a different level with this clothes type shit. Niggas wouldn't even know how deep I'm into the fashion with it, but I even designed like I ain't gonna even say nothing. Niggas was begging for designs. But yeah, I ain't never got a piggyback. I actually been in them streets. That's how you know niggas ain't never been around no gangsters. And that's how you know niggas ain't never been around no street niggas. Cause street niggas and gangsters is the same place. You can smell a nigga that's sweet. You can smell a nigga that's scared. I've been to every place, that uncomfortable places. I'm not taking off my jerk. Yo, bro, man said he got around Benny and them and he was in the hood and he took off his jewelry. I know he telling the truth. Why? Because I was with him in Philly where I had real niggas that run Philly waiting for me to get there. And he was like, "Yo, take that jury off. We going into this park. Don't come in here with this jury, this, that, and the third." And you know, I ain't got nothing against being safe, but niggas just be scary niggas, bro. And they niggas be talking this hardcore stuff on the internet, and niggas don't be like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be stepping light when they outside. When I'm outside, I be everywhere, comfortable by myself, dolo, nobody. Any niggas right now tell you I bump into every niggas will tell you when I bump into he ain't with no entourage, be by himself. I'm a little nigga, short, 5'4", 137 pounds, small dude, very recognizable, and I be by myself. Not because I'm some tough guy, I'm some gangster. That's because that's how I've always been. I've always been to myself. I've never felt like I needed an entourage or a bunch of niggas to represent who I am. I don't want no niggas scared of the niggas that I'm with. I want niggas to be afraid of me. Be worried what the fuck I'm gonna do to you if you get out of hand. Not with my niggas around me, because the dudes around me gonna get politically incorrect. I'm telling you, niggas is unruly. Niggas I be around that love me is gonna take it to a whole nother measure. So that's why I don't even be around that type of messy environment. Like I don't do the mixy, everybody be out this spot because it's lit. I don't be at those. You're not gonna catch me at those. Where you'll catch me at? You'll catch me at a brunch somewhere. You might catch me at a karaoke joint or a comedy show, something like that. You're not gonna catch me at no local bars. You're not gonna catch me in none of that. None of that. My niggas be like, yo, nah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? I did that at a young age. Sports bar, things that don't exist, Club 2000, stuff that don't exist no more. All the clubs in New York that don't exist, name them: Tunnel, Cheetahs, Envy, Temple, Talay, name any club in New York, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? And none of them exist no more. So my partying days, I still got friends that's older than me that still party like it's 1999. Like that's not my forte. And the party scene is totally different. Niggas just go to the party, they get intoxicated, to stand in something dark, to watch other niggas on their phone. Not me. Niggas not even going to dancing and enjoy themselves. I came up in the era, you go to the club, you going to get you want to when you going to get a bottle, it's gonna be a few of your niggas in your little. It wasn't even no sections. Your section was wherever you stood at with your bottle and your bucket. Females, you know, not saying, you know, at those days, females would go to the club and see what type of ballers they could push up on, buy some drinks, and after the club, whatever, whatever. That's how the culture was. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a bunch of niggas in the section. You got bottles, this niggas having bottle walls. Niggas is throwing money in clubs and there ain't even no strippers in it. Niggas is just acting like a plum fool and everybody just standing around. A bunch of loud music and nobody's enjoying the music. I don't call that a party. You know what I'm saying? You can like that shit is like the party scene is totally dead now. Like I don't even go out. Hey yo, Lord, get them out of here. Yep, get them out of here. That's how we do it. I ain't even peeping none of the jokes. I don't even care. Like I come here for the niggas that actually want to learn shit and be informative, and you know, my moderators block y'all niggas, get y'all out of here. But Yeah, man. I ain't never got to piggyback nobody. I done enough real shit in my life, and that's what happens when you let a buster try to try to put a narrative out there to on a real nigga, right? This is what happens when you get guys like Goofy TV. This is what happens when you embrace lanes. It should be a penalty when you embrace a lane. You can't embrace lanes. You can't embrace people that are opportunists. You can't embrace people that has no good intentions from you. You can't embrace people that are just trying to get around you to get connections or get to know people and nothing. Like, you can't let them type of people like that's one valuable part about being in this music industry. Who you let around you. You cannot let niggas around you. These niggas, because they play the buddy role. They play the nice role. They do everything to make you think they're a real one. And soon as they get the opportunity to stab you in their back, they can't wait. Cause they can't wait. Cause you know why? Cause y'all both been vulnerable and y'all both done had them talks. And now everything that you was vulnerable with a nigga with, they gonna display that and try to expose you with it. That's why niggas be suckers. That's why you gotta hold your tongue and stay away from niggas. I don't know what them odds at niggas in here acting crazy tonight. I don't know. I'm not even reading it. You know, I'm just vibing right now. I'm not even reading it. Niggas is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Niggas be snakes, bro. Niggas be snakes. Niggas be super snakes. And you can do everything for you can do everything for niggas, bro. Like one of my homegirls, right? She DM'd me one day and she said, yo, she bumped into my mom somewhere. She knows like she a friend of her family and she had me and she was like, yo, people don't even know what you go through. You wear your pain, like you like. She said it like, I love the way you wear your pain, cause niggas don't even know you be going through shit, and the way you hold your head, like you a strong nigga, like the way you hold your pain, and I'll be like, you know, and I took it as a compliment, cause niggas really don't know what you go through, right? They only they only put a narrative on what they think you are. You know what I'm saying? They won't get the truth. The lies is better than the truth nowadays. It sounds better. Like the truth can be so simple, right? But the lie can sound so extravagant to where niggas love it. So the glasses jokes don't even bother me. Like, these totally different glasses from the months ago that took away a little thickness. My eyes, I got a little better over the years. Like I don't be caring about these joke niggas. These niggas be these those be goofy TV fans. They be over there infiltrating, going. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, this shit is like it's a society full of weirdos out here, bro. It's a crew and a leader for everybody. But you gotta just keep it on you. That's all. Yeah, niggas be certified. Niggas be habitual ball lickers. I'm telling you, niggas are. And the thing with me, I be like, this is me. I've been to your town and seen how niggas handle you. Niggas be make this nigga makes things up to make him sound. Man, yeah, man. I don't really be tripping. I remember like other day I was watching something and it was like, yo, time is moving faster. Nowadays, we only get 45 minutes out of an hour because the way time is going, right? And it kind of feels like that. 'Cause I was like, 'cause if you're a person like me, I'll be up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And the next thing you know, it's 6 a.m. and you don't even realize how many hours just went past is because they deducted 15 minutes out of every hour, so everything is going fast. And they not people not paying attention. And when this guy was saying that, I was just like, yo, that's how I kind of feel like. That's why summers is feeling like only a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Summers used to be long as hell. Like it used to be like, yo, summer used to be long. Like you used to get to go on summer vacations and you be gone for a long time. Now, or summer, you be like next thing you know, it be the first week of August, and you be like, yo, where did the summer go? And it's because time they manipulate the time and it's twisted. Purple City, they have nothing. They was losing way before they even did the Purple City record. Out time, like I said, why perform a record that you never even performed with the artist that the record belonged to? Yeah, keep turning your trauma into triumph. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And it's just like you gotta understand, right? When you trying to win and you ain't got no team, it's gonna be harder for you, right? But when you do finally win, you really appreciate it because you know you got it from the mud and ain't nobody give you no free ride. And at the end of the day, when you win, ain't nobody can feel like no entitlement on what you doing. Like, yo, I helped you. Remember when you was down? Like, it be times when you look where I remember, like, niggas used to come to the crib at 8 in the morning, right? Niggas used to come to my crib 8 in the morning. Soon as they drop their kids off, 5, 6 blunts in the air, niggas eating breakfast, niggas might fall asleep for a minute, wake up, watch something on TV, smoking until they gotta go pick up their kids, right? And this is way like all my bros that's younger than me, they had kids way before me. I'm talking about to where now so many years that went past that quick. They either graduate in college or they going to college, and you be like, oh damn, I remember we were just picking them up in kindergarten, and and that's like how time is flying. So it'd be like you gotta understand that people don't understand that those days of chilling with your crew, if you at a certain age and you still a nigga that think hanging with the crew is the move, you tripping, cause that means ain't nobody got no motion. But only if you moving as a whole body, that's when you got a right crew. But if you just a crew of niggas and niggas ain't got nothing going on, you just a crew of niggas that's just wasting time. But if you're a crew of niggas that's every day y'all going back and forth with ideas, trying to build something, that's when you know you gonna have winners. When you about around a bunch of niggas and niggas is talking about just miscellaneous shit that don't mean nothing to nothing to escalate your life, you just wasting time. Non-productive, yeah, non-productive, and that's what it be. Because it be like when you get old, when you start touching at a certain age, right, and you start looking back, and this would be the trauma to a lot of people, right? At one time, you can be with a person, right, and y'all be at this level. Years is going on, and as years going on, you'll still be at this level, and you be see a nigga that you know y'all probably was really y'all at this level with you probably was really right here under you, but now a nigga like this and he keep progressing, and you in the same spot. You know what that shit starts to brew: jealousy, envy, hate, bitterness, mad because you stagnated and you in the same realm that you was years ago. So that's why time is feeling like it's kicking your ass because you not progressing with niggas that you was with. The reason why they not hitting you up in this was because they got their own life going on. Things to change. Niggas got kids. Kids is out the house now. Niggas got college tuition. This niggas got way more shit to do than to sit around and smoke and a joke and a this and that and no. Everybody got their own agenda. Niggas be like, damn, you be doing a club. We seeing you up in the morning. I be seeing you. You been going to get the clothes. You be at the blank spot. You be at the present place. You be at this. You be at the zipper spot. You be everywhere, just moving around. Like, cause you gotta like people, real successful people. They getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. They getting 20 to 21 hours out of 24-hour day. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas that really getting money, they only be taking 2 hour power naps and be going off for their 22 hours to really get something done. Because time is going like this. When you know that time is of the essence, you gotta understand this is how you gotta play. You gotta be on your business. Don't matter what. Sometimes I don't even want to go live. But I'll be like, nah, I gotta go live. Gotta stay active. Because if I don't stay active, my audience gonna leave, and you know what I'm saying. I don't have no big stupid. I don't got, for the audience that I do have, I appreciate it, but I don't be tripping off of having 250,000 followers. We on our road to 20,000 subscribers. Like I said, we got 4 days. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to 20,000 subscribers before we like 400 away, almost four and some change away from uh hitting 20,000 subscribers. But I don't make it for my birthday. Come on, let's go. We gotta get these subscribers up. But when y'all come here, y'all ain't gonna get nothing but dope information and positive assessments on real shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes niggas be um coming to the internet just to like I'm not into going doing the back and forth no more. I'm gonna say my piece and I'm gonna keep on, homie. I'm not piggybacking nothing. That was a clip from 3, maybe 4 years ago. I was like that shit was had to be before the pandemic when I did that. Why? Because that's when I had stopped around the pandemic time. That's when I stopped doing the stories. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't feel like entertaining or talking to no nigga nothing. I was watching niggas like D Nice and other niggas, Tory Lanez, niggas like that. I wasn't trying to do none of that. I wasn't even in that mind space. But now that I got my platform, you know what I'm saying, I try to give people great assessments on shit that niggas talk about every day. If I do a story and it's the same topic as another nigga. That's because the topic is hot, and I'm giving my take on it. My take is gonna be totally different. A lot of this shit, I got, like I said, it's different from being a player in the game and being a spectator wearing the team colors. You can cheer and wave your pom poms all day, but if you ain't never get on that court, if you ain't never get on that court in this music industry, and especially the shit that you talk about, you indoctrinated and what you doing, don't talk to me because I've been there. I know it. I've seen it all. Like I'm more successful than niggas because you miss time out. Niggas miss time out off the streets. I ain't miss no time off the streets. I never been to prison. Niggas that got caught doing dumb shit, and it's niggas that went to jail standing on principles. So I don't really get in that conversation because I don't down nobody. I tell a lot of niggas that be popping that shit to me like, you lost, nigga. You went sat in these colonists prison and gave them niggas time. I ain't giving these niggas no time. Why? Because I'm smarter than them and I know how to play this game called life. You know what you got to do? You got to take risks, but the risk got to be worth it. And when the risk is worth it and you take it, you going to succeed. Some niggas take risks for the most stupidest things, materialistic things, females, anything it don't mean nothing. Like, it don't, like, when you really start understanding life, everything that you was chasing when you was younger, if you obtained it and when you got it, you ain't even care about it no more. You know how many niggas I know get their dream cars, get their dream watch, get their dream girl, get their dream chain, and so when they get it, they treat it like it's nothing and be like, yo, ain't this is what you've been striving for all your life? Ain't this was your dream? You used to have this shit on as a poster on your wall, as a screensaver on your computer, all that. And then when you get it, you piss it away. Like, niggas don't cherish nothing in life. But I be telling niggas, the most important thing in life is time. You can't get a minute back. You can lose $1. You can get that dollar back tomorrow if you hustle right. You can lose a ring. You can get that back if you hustle right. Get your money up. You can lose a house. You can lose everything. But one thing you cannot lose is yourself. When you start losing yourself, that's when you got a problem. See me, I be the type of dude that just be sitting back, laying back, and like I said, I got a Napoleon complex since I was young because I'm small, so I'm not gonna let nobody bully me. I done lost fights, I done kicked some butt, you know what I'm saying? I done did a lot of things, but at the end of the day, I ain't no pushover. Ain't nobody, and if I feel like I'm being bullied, or I feel like a nigga trying to play with me, I'm I'm gonna speak my piece, and I don't give a damn how nobody feel about it. Because at the end of the day, when you saying things about me and picking and trying to play the bully game with me, ain't nobody coming to my defense. So I don't want nobody coming to these niggas' defense and talking about nothing. Because no one come from emotion. It come from total disrespect. Because niggas be disrespectful. They play in your face and they run around and they throw rocks and they hide their hand. Because that's what this game has always been built off of. Coward shit. Straight coward shit. Niggas manipulate the game, make people think that he's this type of person, and make people look at you type of person. Let me tell you one thing, how people can easily manipulate a person's mind. You can easily manipulate a person's mind off of perception, especially when you have something and they don't. If you're a person that's wealthy and you're obtaining wealth and shit like that, and you and 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 you going up against a person that don't have as much or not even a pinch of salt or a grain that can compare to you, that person can always be compromised. Why? Because they looking about what he got and what he got. Oh yeah, this gotta be true. This nigga ain't got shit. And they look at this nigga that got everything and they look at him as the champion and they look at him as the one because he got something. And all he have to do is just badmouth you and it's just gonna make you look bad to where a lie it's gonna become a truth. Because if enough people believe it, it's gonna be true. It don't even have to be true. If I believe it and you believe it and he believe it and he believe it and it's a lie, yeah, it's a lie and it's the your truth, but it's a lot of us. That's how people think. And then when I start learning how people think in life, I started making better decisions. You know what I'm saying? I started making better decisions because niggas will really think you come out here. Yo, bro, I seen all the '80s, all the '90s, all the 2000s thus far. I seen how things change. I seen how 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 we was the black folks is the masters of surviving. And they know that. Black folks are the masters of surviving. We survived in the most poverty stricken environments our whole life and still came out on top. You know why? Through perseverance. We y'all know what I'm saying. We persevered through things. Sometimes I can't pronounce it, like, but it's definitely that perseverance. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through things. So you know what I'm saying. So when it really get drastic, you won't panic. You will be able to, that's that shit that OG got in him. You know, like he been there before. You know what I'm saying? I ain't under no pressure. I've been at this point of being a championship, and I know all I have to do is stay sturdy, stay mind focused. Everybody else panicking, everybody else under pressure. I am cool as a fan, and that's why he was able to tip in that ball and bring it home for niggas. But you gotta understand how niggas is playing nowadays. Niggas be playing these games because they think you dumb. I've been around the smartest men in the world and women. You know what I'm saying? But that's how shit go. Persevere. Yeah. And it's easy. You just gotta really stay down until you come up. You gotta really stay down until you come up. I started cranberry and vodka from one sweatsuit. I started cranberry and vodka from one sweatsuit. I made a pair of sweatpants with 1994 going across the front. I did a rendition of a character I came up with in my mind called Mick Papa, have Biggie, have Mickey Mouse, and I had an artist work tweak it, and I was dropping these Mick Papa tees, and then they would just start flying like you don't have to start with, you know what I'm saying. You just gotta be consistent. You know what I'm saying. Things that's gonna work out for you is gonna break you at first. It's gonna break you financially. It's gonna break you spiritually. It's gonna break your confidence. It's gonna break your mental. How you persevere through things, you got to keep going. Don't matter how bad it gets, you just got to keep going. The little bit, always take that little bit, even if it's your last. But that's the power between the mind of perseverance. You take something and I gotta make this work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make this work. I don't get as many as views as other dudes. I don't got as many subscribers, but I make what I got over here at Pies work for me. You get what I'm saying? Everything is a point. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a point. Everything is an add-on. Everything is an ingredient. You know what I'm saying? And people don't look at the full scale of what really be on their table. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like buffets. I like buffets because they got a lot of food and it's cheap. But the reason I don't like buffets because it manipulates your mind. It be like it puts you in an anxiety of like, damn, there's so much good food. Everything I eat is right here when I'm gonna eat first, and it just puts you in the mind. Pace yourself. You know how you approach a buffet. Get a little bit, get a little bit of everything. Get a little bit of steak, a little bit of fish, a little bit of spaghetti, a little bit of corn, a little bit of mac, a little bit of pudding, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So you done covered a lot of the buffet because you taking small portions. Now, if you trying to go put a big lobster and a steak, you ain't gonna be able to eat nothing else. Pace yourself. Take a little portions of this. I'm gonna take this. It's gonna make a nice meal, and then if I'm not filled, I can go pick up six other things. People don't think like that. That's how you gotta think with life. If one thing ain't working for you, go to the next. Something going hit. Something going hit. When you put in work behind something, something's going hit. Even it be your last. Like God just worked for me like that. That's why I'm able to come up here and talk to y'all like this. God works in mysterious ways. God always give me an opportunity to persevere, and I'll be grateful with the little that He give me, because it never comes in abundance with me. It always comes in spurts. You know what I'm saying? It comes in a spurt here, spurt there, this, that, and the third. But when that abundant blessing come in, y'all gonna know, because you're gonna be seeing different atmospheres and doing type of things. But people gotta understand, you gotta persevere, and you gotta keep working at it, and you gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? Gotta, you said that's how I feel about all these parlays. I don't gamble. I don't gamble. I do not gamble. When I was young, I used to shoot dice, but I don't gamble. I be scared to lose my money. When this is when I stop gambling. When I if I'm feeling shaky and nervous, that means I'm scared to lose my money. So that means do not roll. You're not gonna have a good hand if you scared. Now if you got that heart of steel when you feel like yo, let's get them, that's when you go to the top. But if you nervous, don't gamble. It doesn't go good with the atmosphere. It's all a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know the poker face. You gotta know a bluff. You gotta know stuff. You gotta know. Some niggas out here got the poker face, but they be bluffing. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what type of cards they know what type of hands you used to being dealt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm doing the work, and that's why I'm saying I'm grateful. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not ungrateful. But I hope y'all learned something on this Soul Food Sunday. Shout out to the Knicks. Congratulations, we the champs. Got bragging rights for the next year. First championship that the Knicks, like, in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying? They last time they won it, I wasn't even conceived yet. They won it in 73. I was born in 79. So shout out to the Knicks. You know, shout out to all the people that came and got some power on the Soul Food Sunday. You know, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I got the merch. I got the Michael Brunson tee. This is 20-inch right here. That's 20-inch print right there. Big print. Back, shorts, the hats, the tees. I got the arms drinks on. You know, I stay fly. Niggas don't be getting fly like that. I pull these out the clouds. They done oxidized, but I like how they turn a little orange and all that. You know what I'm saying? New York Knicks junk, you know, to go with it. With the with the good Knicks socks. You know what I'm saying? If, you know, well, hit me up on Instagram at the Real Uncasa if you want some of this merch. You already know the Cash App is $XORIBEAR Zori Bear XORIBEAR Zori Bear $ in front. If y'all want the merch, hit me. Make sure for payments, y'all leave y'all mailing address or your PO box, and your product will be mailed out 1 to 2 days later after you do your order. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move. I go to the post office like every other morning. So if you want some of this merch, and it's affordable. I'm not breaking nobody. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some things that cost more than others, but if you want it, hit me up. Honest Abe over here. I ain't got no reason to run off with nobody money. I've had a good rapport with all my audience, people that's been bought stuff from me. Good product, they enjoy it, no complaints. It's on time, and I ship out everywhere, even around the world. So if you're a personal lender, I'll mail it out, but it's gonna cost you a lot more than it will cost somebody in America. Why? Because of the shipping and stuff like that. But until next time, positive internet energy. It's your boy Uncasa. So hit the like button, share, hit the subscription. We on our way to 20,000 subscribers, 100, and I'm out.